What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rougefx. Today we are going over GBPJPY, two phenomenal trade opportunities. We ended up closing both of these trades out at a 2 to, I believe, 7. I am very grateful to be in the position to not only take risk, but also see a plethora of opportunity throughout these markets. Of course, it is always a convenience to make money from home. However, it is a much more greater convenience, at least to me, to make an impact, right? So to share this knowledge with Forex trading communities around the world and really kind of sit and watch this industry kind of mature, this industry kind of really embrace what it takes to be a trader, really kind of using, or I should say really locating that inner fire within them that isn't afraid to take risk, that isn't afraid to lose money, that isn't afraid to go after their dreams. If you are still tuning into these videos by now, chances are you are one of these people. I do very much commend you, my friend. You are very much on your way. As you can see, we go from not even hour-long videos, 30-minute long videos, to only like 5-10 minutes. This is the power of trading. This is the power of understanding compound interest. This is the power of comprehending the phrase trading is an art. It's honestly beautiful, and how price action just sets up for itself. It's beautiful, guys, and it's an amazing thing to watch. I really hope you do get the chance to understand how I very much do feel about these markets. God is very much great. Before I go ahead and get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel because we do info consistently. I've also just started a Twitch channel, so if you are very much down to kick it with me, sit on the charts for, I honestly don't know, maybe a 2-hour, 3-hour trading window and really catch a decent amount of pips, guys, I would love to have you. Without further ado, let's get started. So if we're going to look left of our overall trade setups, we very much have a weak low protected high. It is very much important to know that we can very much redefine this in whichever case. Point of interest, that's going to act as our overall order block. We can rebalance it to a fairly significant breaker, right? It is very much important to understand that if we can very much stretch this towards the left, we can very much identify a pretty significant candle in a bearish rejection block. This is going to act as, in whichever case, sell side liquidity in slanted lows. Price performs a liquidity grab, continues towards the highs, where we were able to just get in just as this pin bar as well as 3 candle formation was being engulfed. Price continues towards the highs, leaves a weak high, enters a bit of consolidation, more like a reversal pattern behavior. Price descends towards the lows, raids internal range liquidity, in whichever case being a weak low, right? Just right above our point of interest being an unmitigated wick. My friends, it is important to understand that trend lines very much do play a significant role within price action, right? They are 90% stronger than any kind of horizontal line. Therefore, if you're kind of just asking, why did this hold? Why would you take this? Knowing, in whichever case you could have taken a loss, that's probably why. You can very much target your partial, equal, or slanted high, as well as wait for a 3 candle formation, i.e. emergency exit, to really kind of, I guess you can say, for a pretty significant early exit, as well as this week high. Honestly, it really just depends on where you open your chart at. And really, the sky is the limit. So, it is important to understand that a mindset of a trader is its most valuable asset, right? Meaning you can very much take these trades and not have confidence and use a 0.01, or you can very much put in the work, in whichever case, after 2 to 3, maybe even 5 to 6 years, understand that you will probably throw lot sizes without even thinking about it. Whether it be a standard, this, that, and a third. It is important to understand that price very much did create a weak low as well as a weak high, right? Understanding this, you can understand that this is all simply just a huge pool of liquidity, right? Now, when you understand that, you can very much understand why price was so, whichever case, so keen on actually not only targeting the highs of the liquidity pool, but actually considering a breakout. If I go out to the higher time frame, we can very much understand our potentials very much by looking towards the left. We can understand our first expansion went for a pretty significant amount. We were able to just get in at honestly, a very significant entry, right? I mean, yes, and essentially it was a bit risky. However, it is very much important to understand that when it comes to these markets, it's a never-ending train, right? It's forever moving as long as the markets are open, of course. So when you're on a live floor and you understand, in whichever case, price action, market structure, as well as, of course, your point of interest and where it can very much lead to, it's fairly understandable how not easy but simple trading can actually be. It's simply a mitigation sequence breeding a liquidity grab, or whichever case, an expansion from the previous expansion, a fairly simple bullish flag, if you may, expansion, correction, expansion. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate every one of you for tuning in. Until next time on GBPJPY. What very much began as a 2 to 7, or I believe 6, very much did equate to, I mean, well over 16. I believe it was just like a 2 to 16, but even at that, just a crazy trade. Understand, my friends, that when you start trading at a certain degree or certain level, or in whichever case, you are at this point provided with the proper education, the proper knowledge, as well as experience, well throughout maybe like 4, 5, even 6 years. Understand, my friends, at times you won't need a TP. If I'm being really just honest, you won't need to take profit. When it comes to trading or compound interest, it's important to understand that profits are limitless. Therefore, when you understand what you're doing, when you understand what it actually takes to do this at a fairly significant level, right? You understand that your mind, the way you believe, the way you think, the way that you are, in whichever case, programmed to think, based off of others' projections, based off of things that you were taught, and not even things that you were really taught, right? Because really, it just seems like everything is a replica of another certain thing, right? So, what am I going? Where am I going with this, right? It is important to truly understand that trading will teach you how your mind as an individual operates. It will teach you how other people are very much moved by, I wouldn't say moved, but more so persuaded by everything outside of themselves. And I feel like that's the issue, because when it comes to trading, it's not about other people's opinions. It's not about other people's projections. It's not about other people. It is about a significant person, right? Or I guess in whichever case, an individual, the individual that's actually trading. Trading is a player one game. Yes, trading does come with emotional fights. Yes, trading, it's not the easiest thing in the world. It's a steep learning curve. Really do your own thing and develop as an individual, develop as a trader, right? A aspiring trader. I do appreciate everyone for tuning in. Until next time on GBPJPY.